As far as the marriage, did you give her any advice on her marriage when she told you that she was in an unhappy marriage?
I asked her. When she told me she was unhappy, I said, "Why don't you just get a divorce?"
And what did she say to you?
Wife away 20 years.
Did you ask her anything further about that?
No,
Did you ever talk to her again about getting a divorce or leaving her husband?
no.
Okay, so that's very interesting. That's absolutely interesting, and I wanted to look this up. I wanted to look. I was really interested. So she said that she was dissatisfied. So I wanted to see why. There has to be more to the story. There just has to be more to the story, and I went out and I saw this study that goes into why women cheat, testing a evolutionary a evolutionary hypothesis for female infidelity in a multinational sample. Hello, Daria from MA, finally hitting live. Woohoo! I found you through Steve at Publicly Buzz. Woohoo! I'm so happy. I love Steve. Long time friend of the channel. I'm glad that you are here. So we are going through the Monica Sementilli trial, and I'm looking. I'm trying to understand her psychology into why she may have decided to go and cheat. And as the case developed, I'm going to try and find out what her behaviors was like with individual actions, so that I can at least understand what the jury may have been picking up and why they may have arrived at a guilty verdict. Because so far, I haven't seen anything that puts her at it. So she doesn't look like. She just doesn't look like she has committed this murder yet. But I know it's a guilty verdict, so I'm kind of having to work backwards to try and like put it together as I'm going along, and then see if they arrived at the right decision. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. So at the moment, there is nothing implicating her except for her relationship with Baker. So that's the only feather here. So I believe Baker, not too sure. I believe he was already guilty at this point for the death of Fabio. So I believe I've heard testimony already that Baker's DNA was found at the scene, but I think that was in the opening statements. So there is a long way to go, but I want to know exactly why, the reasons why she went out, why she wanted to cheat on Fabio Sementilli. So I found this study. It's what year is this? I forgot. Oh, 2024 study. It's a 2024 study, and it says here that sometimes women goes out the hypothesis. So they gave different theories for why women will go out to cheat or something like that. One of the theory was information acquisition, which is women engage in infidelity better to understand their own mate value or learn mating relevant skills through practice. I thought that this was important to highlight because I think that this would fit Monica's persona based on what came out on the opening statements. The opening statements was about 2 days long. So there was a lot I was noting down as I was going along. So this includes improving self-esteem, obtaining positive information about one's own mate value, all of those things. Then revenge was one of them. Women engage in infidelity to punish their primary mate for misbehavior. I don't know if this is gonna come up, but it could be the reason. So those were the two things that I highlighted. I highlighted there. The sample that was done was 254 people. So 254 people took part in this. I believe it was more men, 138 men, 116 women. So, strategic. This is one here. Strategic. I was extremely unhappy and unattracted to him, and one day a man who was very attractive had shown interest in me. I wanted to experience what it was like to be with a man who was attractive. So the reason why I thought I should go here, I at least pause where I did, is because it's interesting that Matthew Nurse turned her down, and now I want to know when she met Baker. Because he'll be very interested. It'll be very interesting because at least from what this poses is that it wouldn't exactly it would more likely be a cluster of behaviors rather than just one single reason, which was I'm unhappy in my relationship. Because it's quite weird to me that she was unhappy in her relationship but she didn't want to leave. So you see where I'm getting at. And then here it says variety as well. It says I was overall just bored in the relationship. That could be the case. I don't know that much detail about the relationship yet, so I'm waiting to hear more details about people that were possibly close to her. But I highlighted this because of the testimony that we're gonna go and hear later on from I believe is the friend, Miss Bayo or something like that, and also Walkaway. To be honest, I was with my partner just because I was feeling lonely, and then I didn't know how to break up. I never liked him, but I was vulnerable. So, so those are the clusters, at least the reasons why I think she would have done it. The revenge part, I don't think that really exists because I don't think Fabio was cheating on other women. Was cheating on her with other women. I don't think that was happening. But I do believe, and this is what they found with the studies, and some of the results really shocked me because, I mean, well, this one didn't shock me because men cheat for sexual desire. We've always known that. Attractive, a fair partner, men would cheat more times. But I never thought that relationship dissatisfaction, which is 65%, well, 64.6 is, but you get the idea. 65% of women cheat because they are dissatisfied in a relationship. And I thought that was it was interesting. And also it's interesting that uninvested primary partner is the main contributor of cheating as well. But partners affair I found this interesting for two reasons. One, many women would cheat because of that, which goes back to the revenge part. But but the fact that men would only cheat 2.9 in this scenario, so they will go out and cheat because they want to satisfy their genitals. But when they have a reason to go out and cheat, they don't do it. I actually thought that was that was the funniest thing to find out in this study. So I just wanted to go through that and highlight these points. We are gonna go back to this and see what else comes out of this. You know what else actually comes out. What else comes out or unfolds that she could fit in this particular study of why someone would cheat. But nonetheless, based on what I found so far, it's, in my opinion, is skewing more to it's not dissatisfaction, but it's skewing more to either this dissatisfaction in a marriage or in the relationship, I should say, or inaffectionate partner, or not receiving affection from Fabio, which would be in this. So just trying to understand, like, not that what she did is right, no, but just trying to understand how she would get there and then rise to the level of even going ahead and kill the guy. Insane. But I haven't seen any connection to her killing him so far. Wow, I didn't know they were that long. I'm not sure what you're referring to in regards to I didn't know what that long, Daria. Let me know what you mean. Disinterest from their partner. Yes, that's the one. Disinterest from their partner. So yeah, I believe that's what it's called. Oh no, uninvested primary partner. So the spouse was not invested in her. Anyway, let's move on.
I mean, it was gossip.
And that caused you concern.
Gossip. I mean, it was gossipy. Like, one morning my boyfriend had said that he had found a sex video with Robert. And so, I mean, you know, it was kind of juicy. And then there were the whispers about it, you know, like, oh, did you know he did a sex thing? And, you know, did you watch it? And, you know, I mean, it's just gossipy kind of stuff. So, I mean, I wasn't in a world of concern. It was just kind of, again, I just felt like a big kid playing, and I just...
When you found out this information about, when you were saying a sex thing, you're talking about porn?
Yes.
Did you ever tell the defendant about any of this?
Oh, 100%.
Why'd you tell her that?
Because it was juicy gossip.
And what did you tell her?
That Robert was in a sex video.
And
All right, so I want to record this part. Robert in a sex video. The reason why I'm reporting Robert was in a sex video. The reason why I'm recording this is because maybe, I have no idea, maybe we might get to learn that this might be the reason why Monica was attracted to him. We might get to learn a bit about that, because that being in a porn video, you know, being in a corn, let me say like that for YouTube guidelines, but being in a corn video perhaps is going to be an attractive person, an attractive trait to have to someone that is bored in a relationship, not satisfied in a relationship and looking to explore. So she goes after someone that seems sexually liberal, or, you know, just putting it out there. Maybe that could be the reason, but I thought I know that. So this next part is interesting for a number of reasons, and it goes back to what we were talking about earlier in regards to the whole cheating dynamic. Let's actually watch what she was testifying to when she learned about Monica and how she was grieving after Fabio's death.
thank you. No further questions. Along the lines of grieving, was she telling you during the months that followed, the first couple of months, that she was going out?
Yes.
And what did she tell you about that?
She said that she liked to go out and dress up and have guys hit on her.
And when she said that, then, does that factor into your opinion that you didn't feel as though she was grieving?
Yes.
Why so?
It didn't seem like she would... It just seemed odd that someone who was grieving really liked having other men hit on her and get thrilled. You know, it just seemed weird.
And this was shortly after Fabio had been murdered?
Yes.
Now, you...
Okay, so I know that people grieve in them in many different ways, but obviously we can tell that she was having a whole phase right here. We can just tell that she was having a whole phase. She just wanted that moment to feel validated. So or automatically, going back to the study already, we talked about Rambo, where we went through the study and discussed about what was it? Not just being bored in a relationship, but it would make sense why she may have also cheated in the relationship, because she just has low self-esteem. That's what I'm gathering here, because to me, based on the friend even knowing that, she just wouldn't know that without Monica telling her in some form. So that definitely happened, and I don't know if there's a vendetta between Elise and Monica to kind of think why she would lie, but at the very least, going back into this study, even though I did highlight that this is possibly the main motivator for all of it, it could also be the validation and self-esteem. It literally could be that reason. And based on her actions after the death, in going for other men and not just Robert Baker, that could be the case. That really could be the case. So that is... Now let's move on to Fabio Sementilli. But What do you think the motivator is, though? Like, why do you think she was actually cheating on this man? Like, what would actually be the reason? Let me know in the comments.